life. For life. And make her disappear. And I'll let you live.
Everybody get down!
Watch your attitude, ain't no stopping this.
The Shy is back.
It's time for me to cash in that favor.
What's up, people? We back. The Shy, Season 6, Episode 10. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Alright, we left off, with Douda telling Emmit, you wanna spare your life, you wanna stay alive, it's either you or her. So he's telling Emmit, he wants him to kill Rob's mom. Well, we all know Emmit ain't gonna kill Rob's mom, man. Cut it out, man. We all know Emmit ain't cut out for that. So now it seems like, Alicia has the upper hand. She got Bianca keeping tabs on Douda. She got Zay in the background making moves, and all Douda's people is making moves behind his back. So she still seems like she has the upper hand right now. Alright, the episode starts off with Victor, aka Trig, doing his counseling thing, and he's speaking on mental health, and he's telling the people, if I had more information as a youngster, maybe I would have made better choices, coming up, man. So this is going to play a key role as the cops just miraculously, out of nowhere, found the car where him and Douda had stashed the body of Rob's Uncle Q. So we'll see, that was last season or 2 seasons ago, but here it is. We hear it now, man. Alright, so right after that, Douda has his boys kidnap Trig and bring him to that empty warehouse or the chop shop. And then I was like, why is Bianca here? Like, why is Shorty over there in the cut? Like, when you supposedly handling business of this nature, like, why is your girl here, dog? She ain't a part of this life. What are we doing? But we'll see how that plays out. All that just leads back to, like I said, Bianca getting more information for Alicia. So him and Douda is talking. Douda's asking him, was he the one shooting at him? And Trig is like, if I would have shot you, you'd be dead. So Trig ends up headbutting Douda, and then Douda punched him, and they roughed him up a little bit before they let him go, though. Now, remember I said last week the recipe for this show is violence, emotion, drama, emotion, violence, and the cycle continues on and on and on and on. So that brings us to Emmit and Keisha at the school, checking on one of their kids. I don't know which kid it was. I don't know if that's supposed to be Keisha's son or one of Emmit's kids. There's so many damn kids. I don't know which one it is, but one of their kids. It's the blended family thing. But anyway, what threw me off was that dumbass yellow / mustard shirt that Emmit had. I'm like, why did Emmit have that shirt on? And why was it tucked in his pants like that? Emmit been getting a little fly since he got Smokies. And since he been getting a little bit of money, but this that one part was like, what do Emmit got on, dog? But Keisha, was still questioning Emmit about what's his next moves, how do we plan on getting out of this. So Emmit tries to distract her by saying, yo, we can't keep stressing about this every day. I mean, kind of could. If somebody was trying to kill you and you trying to kill somebody, that is one thing that I would say you might, be stressing about every day. But proceed. So Emmit is trying to get Keisha to go out, for them to go out and have some quality time, go out on a date, whatever. And then they take us, randomly to a college scene. So the girl Lene, who was Kev's friend, who's staying with Kev's mom now, she just enrolled in college as all the kids graduated. Jake, Papa, Kev, I think even probably Gemma. I think they all just graduated high school. So she just enrolled in college. But this whole scene is used to introduce a new character, which is Kadeem Hardison. If y'all don't know, Kadeem Hardison is most famous for playing Dwayne Wade on Different World.
Listen, you are my woman, and I love you. But if you ever tell me that you are not speaking to me for a week again, I will drop you like a bad habit.
I love it when you take charge, Daddy.
A legendary show, a legend icon. Shout out to Kadeem Hardison. But he's playing a professor on The Shy. So he's playing Professor Gardner, and I guess he's supposed to be a mentor or, you know, somebody who Bakari can look up to as a writing. He's a literature professor. So Bakari takes a liking to him, and Bakari is telling him that
If you don't help me, you'd end up dead or in jail.
this is his only chance, this is his only way out, this is the only other thing that he's good at other than, you know, being outside in the streets. So we'll see how that connection between him and the professor plays out. But that was the introduction. Now, last week was Zay's episode, so Zay was everywhere, doing everything, talking to everybody. This episode, no Zay. So this episode was all about Shad, basically. All about Shad. So this is Shad's episode, man. Shad had just got kicked out from Deja. So, you know, he's talking to Trig, and he's like, maybe it's my time for me to see what outside look like. Let me get back outside. Let me see what outside look like. So he hit the club to see what the dating scene looked like. And he's in there trying to talk to girls. The first girl he tried to talk to, she asked him about marriage. He damn sure wasn't ready for that, so he did that and ran away from that. Then he bounced into another girl who was sitting down chilling. And he's like, yeah, let me buy you something to eat. We sitting here chilling, let me buy you something to eat. That was a cardinal mistake. Because if you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. You can't, like, just randomly, somebody that you don't know, just be like, let me buy you something. Because girls take that and run with it, as you can see. That's what happened.
I'll have the lobster bisque to start, and then I'm gonna do the steak and lobster dinner. And I know I shouldn't do this, but I'll get the bread pudding too.
She took it and ran with it. She ends up ordering 2 lobster meals, appetizer, whatever, X, Y, and Z. And then she's saying, well, you gonna get some? And he like, no, I'll just share it with you. And she like, I don't share my food. And I'm like, how you gonna tell the boy you don't share your food when he's paying for your food, but you don't share? See, that's the craziness that I'll be talking about. Y'all better get it together, man. So after Shorty eat on his dime and skate off, he tries one last time. And so there's another girl that walks up to him, and she like, you alone? Can I sit with you? And he like, yeah, sure, sit down. So she sit down, but she's looking around like paranoid, like. And he like, what's up? You cool? And she like, no, I'm just trying to keep an eye out for my ex-boyfriend. He said the next person he see me with, he gonna shoot or he gonna kill him. and unfortunately, everybody, this is kind of what outside looks like. Like a lot of nasty messes going on out here in these streets, man. a lot of nasty messiness is out here in the streets. So Shad had no luck, you know, trying to see what the dating scene is like. And that was only one night. Imagine if you was out there on a regular basis, man. But at the same time, you know, Emmit and Keisha go out on a date after they get the Emmett's parents to watch the kids. They go out on a date where they bump into no other than Dante. If y'all don't know, Dante was another guy that Emmett's ex Tiff smashed while they was doing their whole open relationship thing. Dante is played by Corey Hardy, who was married to, you know, Tia and all that. So Corey Hardrick plays Dante. He bumps into Emmett. He being all Joe familiar, like Emmett's one of his best friends. Like they grew up together, like they went to high school together. He's like, "What's up? You in the club? Let's party. Let's kick it." And Emmett's just looking at him first, like, "Why are you even talking to me, dog?" And then Dante looks at Keisha. He starts flirting with Keisha. Emmett tries to check him a little bit, but I don't think he checked him enough because, like, you already smashed my baby mom. Now you're here trying to talk to my girl. You in total violation, dog. Like, Dante was wilding, and Emmett should have checked him right there and then. Like, dog, what are we doing? But he had a girl there with him, and they end up inviting Keisha and Emmett to go out with them. I would have been like, no, we cool, but who the fuck am I? So Emmett and Keisha end up going to another spot with Dante and one of his little shorties. And then, you know, they kicking it. They just talking about that shit that's going on with Douda, X, Y, and Z. Emmett be too, you know, Joe familiar, whatever. Everybody ain't your friend, Emmett. Everybody ain't cool. Stop talking to everybody, dog. So they both end up sitting around like, yo, we tired. This ain't, you know, for us. Let's get up out of here. So they end up bouncing from the club and just going back home to Netflix and chill. Or should I say, fire stick and some dick. Because that's what happened. Now, I always say, you might have a better time just staying home. I know y'all like to go out. I know y'all want to be seen, get dressed, X, Y, and Z, get some fresh air. But to me, I enjoy some Netflix and chill. I enjoy some fire stick and give her that dick. That's more fun to me. But once again, who the fuck am I? But once again, man, be careful also in that because Emmett was asking her like, yo, I'm about to go get the condom. She was like, no, we don't need it. Just be careful. Emmett's not one of those people that you can just say be careful to. As we could see, he already on like kid number 4. You just had a baby, so you probably still fertile. You still young and fertile. Telling Emmett to be careful was, you know, I think a bad idea. So keep an eye on that. I hope Keisha doesn't end up getting pregnant, man. That would be a no, man. But like I said, I'm all in support of Netflix and chill and fire stick and give her that dick. But that don't mean you gotta get pregnant. We just trying to have some fun here. But that's just me. Alright, man. So as we proceed, man. Next up, the biggest surprise of the episode that came out of left field was, since Shad's been homeless, now he's crashing on Darnell and Emmett's mom's couch. So he's going around with Darnell doing some housework, and they just so happen to be doing some housework at one of Alicia's houses. And Alicia starts blushing and flirting and making googly eyes and taking a liking to Shad. And I'm like, this the nigga? Like, you won't mess with, but you know, she's telling him about how her brother that got killed had did some time in jail. And I know that's a thing, you know, for some women. They have an attraction or a thing for guys that was in jail or did some time, whatever. Y'all let me know in the comments, what is that thing or that attraction that some women have to guys that did some time in jail. But, you know, that's a weird couple for me. So we'll see how that plays out, man. Alright, last but least, man. They're going to introduce another new character, which is Leon. If y'all don't know Leon, Leon's iconic legend, supreme actor as well, most famous for Above the Rim, the 5 Heartbeats, the Temptations movie.
Nobody's bigger than the group.
Y'all ain't stupid.
They coming to see the Temptations.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
The Temptations movie. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Y'all should know. If you don't know, go check out the movie, the Temptations movie, man. But Leon is here to play a lawyer for Trig after his DNA is found in the car where him and Douda left the body of Rob's uncle. So Leon is the second new character that's introduced for this season. And so we got Leon and Kadeem Hardison as the two new characters for this season, man. So as I get into my footnotes for this episode, I'm gonna say this was a super duper dry episode, but I'm gonna call it an introductory episode, as I guess they were just, trying to keep it fluff, trying to keep it light, and just trying to introduce these two new characters. Hopefully next episode they're gonna turn up a little bit and we'll see a bit more of a deep dive. Every episode ain't gonna be shoot 'em up, bang bang. So I'll give them some grace, man. But my footnotes for this episode are: now that Trig is under surveillance for his DNA being found in the car, his lawyer and his advisor is telling him the only way out of this is to put this murder on Douda. Actually, Douda is the one who killed. So, do y'all think that Trig, being a street guy going against the no snitch code, do y'all think that Trig is going to snitch on Douda? That's my first footnote for this episode. What will Trig do to get out of that, man? Now, secondly, Miss Tracy. Come on down, Miss Tracy. Come on down. Now, last episode, and y'all could check that in my recap from last episode 9. We saw Tracy sitting on the couch with Deja, and she's the one that's telling Deja, you don't need no man, girl. Just get you a good bottle of wine and masturbate, and you be all good. She was preaching it to the choir. And now we see her still texting Douda, saying, I'm thinking about you. He's like, yo, leave me alone, chillin'. He out with Bianca. She's still blowing him up. So I guess that masturbation and that wine wasn't enough. Ladies, you cannot replace all of this with some masturbation and wine. You just lying to yourself. You need to cut it.
Them bricks is way too high, you need to cut it. Your price is way too high, you need to cut it.
But let's proceed, man. Another little small part in this episode, we see Jake and Gemma have a little spat. Gemma spending time with Brittany, and Jake was blowing up. He's moving with his clothing business, and he's spending time with Papa's ex-girl. So he had Papa's ex-girl Kenya modeling for him, and Gemma really didn't like that. She was like, I could have modeled. I had a conversation about beauty before, and Gemma's not an ugly little girl, but the other girl does look better than her, and Gemma wasn't available. Like he said, you was over there, I was over here. But don't be surprised if we see Jake swap out Gemma for Kenya, and the cycle continues of Papa, Jake, and Kev swapping girls around. So keep an eye on that. Alright, let me see, that might be about it. But last but not least, shout out to Vic Mensa. Vic Mensa made an appearance. Vic Mensa plays the brother to the girl and I. Vic Mensa was good, like, in his limited spots on the show. I would like to see them expand that role. He got like 10 seconds in this episode when they was doing the men's mental health circle. He got like 10 seconds there. I would like to see them, expand that role a little bit more. I think it could be something there, but we'll see how that plays out, if he gets any more airtime. But that was season 6, episode 10. They Want Smoke, it's called. It wasn't really no smoke, but that was the name of the episode. So, like I said, we just want to call this an introductory episode. Shout out to Kadeem Hardison. Shout out to Leon. I'm not mad that they added them too, but we'll see how these two characters play a role in the bigger scheme of what's going on between Douda and Alicia and Emmit and everybody else is the lower tier. So, this was season 6, episode 10. We'll see y'all next time for episode 11 recap. Make sure y'all like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Any questions or comments, put it down below. And until the next time, deuces.